compared to what I'm going to do. And I'll tell him. I'll let him know. He'll agree. I'm not signing with him. So I just want to ask you, will you be my sponsor? So I need this line. I see my check being double. So I start rationalizing in my head. Well, what if we go talk to this person that invited you? The three of us, we'll go talk. He said, sure, no problem. So I set up a meeting. We go sit down and have lunch with the person who invited them and this person and me. And he says the same things to the other person. And the other person says, you know what, I understand. No problem. If you want to sign with Eric, go ahead and sign with Eric. I'm like, well, now he's agreeing. Everybody seems to be okay. So you know what I did? I signed him up. I stole that person's prospect with the power of the stage, the power of being up in front of the room, being the big shot. I signed him up. Went to work with him, kind of closing my eyes in my integrity every day while I was working with him. He's building a big team. He's doing all this other stuff. The other person's clearly not happy. And pretty soon their upline's not happy. And their upline's not happy. They decide that they don't want to support our meetings anymore. They're going to start doing other meetings on other parts of town. And then my guy, this magical guy, starts being a problem. Not as much production as I hoped. A lot more drama. And guess what I start hearing? He's cross-recruiting other people from different presentations and using my name. He's going to other meetings and he's sitting out in the meeting after the meeting area, seeing how many people he could recruit. He's becoming politically dramatic. If I get any forgiveness for this, I hope it's part of it as I was in my 20s. I wanted it so bad. I thought it wouldn't be that big a deal. I rationalized and I justified. Here's the lesson that I learned from all this. Whatever it takes is a dangerous way to live. There are some things that are not worth it. Your integrity is not worth it. Your culture is not worth it. Your community, risking your community is not worth it. Risking your reputation is not worth it. There's things that I did in my 20s that there's still some people mad at me. Still today, with my whatever it takes mentality. I learned over time, and I would give you this lesson, and I don't think it's something that you particularly need in Herbalife, because I think your culture is pretty strong around this topic, but you just never know when it pops up. You know, you either have this type of culture that is supportive and working with each other, cooperating with each other, where lines feel safe, different lines feel okay, whether it's different DMOs or different philosophies or different cultures or different ways of doing things, that we can be respectful. You know what my answer should have been to that person? No, I will not sign you. even if the other person didn't exist. If you were not my prospect, I will never sign you. No matter what. 6 months from today. You can sit out 6 months. There used to be this whole thing where people would sit out for 6 months until some certain amount of time would expire in the contract and you were living by the letter of the law, but you were still like premeditated stealing. Like you were going to get them in 6 months. Whole strategies around this. Telling people you'd be a better upline, all that stuff. I learned, and I think some people learn from other people's experience, some people learn from their own. But I learned that there's things that are not worth it. I've learned that if we care about each other, that matters over time. I learned that our differences are what make us great, not what make us challenged. Our different ways of doing things, our different lines. I learned that supporting somebody that's in my cross line is as valuable for them and for me as helping somebody in my downline. Have any of you learned that lesson? Helping somebody in your cross line that doesn't pay you a penny financially.